The biggest advantage, I would say, is the ability for these AI models to automatically call these APIs, right? Uh, Before MCP came along, you had to teach each AI what an API is, what the parameters are, and a lot of things which was sort of hard coded. Even something as simple as call Stripe would be hard coded and say like, okay, pass these parameters in, and this is how you call Stripe, and here are the functions, right? And what MCP is doing now is making it like universal, such that the LLM can automatically figure out like whether to call the MCP server and what to pass in. So that automation of it is improving a lot of the friction and making it much easier for these agents to talk to each other without having to hard code everything. What is the downside? Yeah, just like any other API, you have to have this compatibility, you have to have this testing, the security we've talked about. Is the tool even being called? Why is the tool being called? What happens to ensure that the tool doesn't get called or is called? All of those things are testing that will need to happen. So from a developer perspective, that does not change. Like before this call, I was integrating MCP into OpenAI's new responses API. And for three of my queries, like on one of the three queries, it just didn't call the tool. So I had to go and figure out like why was the tool not called, right? And put in instructions for those. In terms of the differences, sort of hard coding and saying here's exactly the specification of the API, you letting the LLM sort of almost like figure it out on the fly, making it much smoother. Like, without MCP, I don't think we could have this one click type deployment that we've built.